All right, we're watching EchoMike, who's been playing Rammatra and Mauga on Paraiso. This is Platinum 2 on PC. Hi, Otter. From Silver 2 to Gold, I have asked for your help. I did say when I asked for your help in Silver, my goal was to hit Platinum. But when I hit Plat 2, I think maybe, just maybe, Diamond is in reach. Absolutely. I mean, you're just a few wins away from there. So, like, yeah, I mean, even if you don't get any better, just natural volatility, you might actually end up getting into Diamond 5, even if you didn't actually get better. But obviously, if you get better, you'll get there faster and stay there. So I've come back for some more. In this match and in high plat in general, I found that it's simply more difficult to get picks. That's true. For example, on attack, I have got the enemy DPS and support very low several times, but our team is simply not able to secure the kill. In this rank, the enemy team generally understand the importance of angles, cover, and flank, so it's not like I can get picks easily like in gold or even low plat anymore. I really struggle when the enemy tanks switch to Winston. Especially on defense, we simply get steamrolled. I especially find no chance to go take an angle or high ground, or even just stray further from my team because the Winston is feasting on my backline. But even when I'm peeling, I barely did too much against the Winston. I generally find that Rammatra struggles in Paraiso, I would agree, but I'm simply not that good at Winston and D.Va, who are really good in this map. I generally find sticking to a tank I'm good at against counter/bad maps have worked better for me than switching. I kind of mess up the timing there, but I think what you're saying is you are better at playing a hero that is worse for the map that you are better at in terms of you winning more games, which is also generally true. Playing a hero that's better for the situation, but that you're bad at is pretty much always going to result in a loss, especially when you reach higher ranks, right? When you are like silver, the difference between someone's best hero and someone's worst hero is not necessarily that much. But when you're in like diamond or masters or plus, like the difference is massive. Like the difference between my best hero and my worst hero is like me being competitive in, you know, a top 500 top 1000 game versus me like not being able to secure a single elimination. So it's a huge enormous gulf, even with game sense and mechanical skill, etc. Like it's totally different. But in this match, our team simply needed more burst damage since something was dying in the enemy team, thus Mauga. I've seen the replay. I disagree with a lot of this, but we'll get there. However, I'm also baffled by the completely stupid plays from the DPS on our side, like the Genji popping ult 1v5 and then instantly dying near overtime instead of grouping up. When my teammates simply can't group up, how should I best help my team to win fights a player down? Should I wait for the respawn? Should I go in and take a 4v fight? It's hard. I know exactly the moment you're talking about, and we're going to talk through it, and it does not play out the way you think it does. This is why we watch replays, right? Because like in the game, you have a perspective like, oh, this is what happened. My teammates making a stupid decision, blah blah blah. But you remember when you're playing the game, generally speaking, all you and all your teammates and the enemies are all about the same rank. So you all make pretty similar mistakes, but also pretty similar good decisions. And sometimes the line between a good decision and a mistake can be very, very fine. And sometimes you make the right decision, it just doesn't work out. And again, we'll cover that Genji scenario as to why I'm like you pointed it out, but I think if you watch it from the Genji's perspective, it's actually going to make a ton of sense why the Genji did the thing he did. Like when I saw it, I was like, no, I understand why the Genji went. Like, is it the best play? No, but it's not a stupid play either. And again, we'll get there. And I know I should focus on my own play, but the DPS on my side simply can't secure the kills that we need. I don't know that I agree with this statement. Is it me that failed to create an opening for them to get kills in this game in particular? I honestly don't know how I can enable our DPS to do better. In short, don't worry about your DPS. Just do your job. I guarantee you, regardless of what is going on with your team, if you are playing well as the tank, right, better than your peer tanks in your rank, you will climb. That has to be the case, right? Like statistically speaking, you have random teammates, you have random enemies. If you are on average better than the opposing tank, you will climb. If you are significantly better than the opposing tank, you will climb faster. That's just like you play enough games, like that's just what is going to happen because everything else is randomized, right? They're all random variables except for you. You're the only constant. So if you play well enough, you'll climb. And I know it's hard to hear that right now, but that is the exact same advice I gave you back when you were in gold, and that's the exact same advice I gave you back in silver. And one day, probably pretty soon, you're gonna be in like high or even higher plat, like low diamond, high diamond, whatever, and you're gonna look back at this game and look back at this video and be like, wow, I played really poorly back then. And you're gonna look at your gameplay and be like, wow, if I was playing the opposing team, I could easily have just totally ran over this Rammatra because like they don't know what they're doing. That's the idea, is you just need to get better as a player and the wins will come. Stop worrying about what your teammates are doing and just focus on improving your own play. Are teammates going to cost you some games? Absolutely. Are you going to cost your team some games? Absolutely. But in aggregate, none of that matters except for your own play, right? On average, play well, you will climb. I played the best I could, and I aware that I probably am not deserving of high platinum. I mean, I don't know. You play enough games, you probably are deserving of high platinum. I mean, look at this game, I'm like, yeah, this feels platinum-ish to me. Like, generally speaking, we can go over that a little bit later, but yeah, I think this feels like platinum to me. But I owe myself try to push the diamond. Actually, let me pause here and think about this. One thing I mentioned before is like how I sort of see the ranks. And of course, the ranks have shifted a bit over time regarding like, you know, Blizzard's like player distribution. But I generally frame it as this: in bronze, you don't know how to play your hero, and you don't know how the other heroes work either. And I guarantee you, there's still bronze players that will see this and be like, "Well, I'm a bronze player, and I know how my hero works." You don't know how your hero works. Like, I've never seen a bronze player like a review, like a VOD review, where I've seen it where I'm like, "Oh yeah, they know how the hero works." I'm not saying they're great at the hero; they have great aim. I'm saying, do you understand like where am I supposed to be standing right now in a general sense, like? And do you understand your damage fall off? Do you understand how much damage your abilities do? Do you understand what your abilities even do? Like, et cetera, like basic things like that. Do you know how to walk through the map without getting lost? Basic stuff like that, bronze players struggle with. So at silver, you generally know what your hero does, but you don't know what other heroes do, right? So you're like, oh, hey, I play Genji, right? Well, I think the general idea of Genji is I poke with my shurikens and I get Blade and I kill them with Blade. But I don't know, like, can I fight a Symmetra? Can I not fight a Symmetra? Can I fight a Cassidy? Can I not fight a Cassidy? Can, like, Winston, is that a good matchup against me? Like, can I beat a Winston? Like, you don't know what the other heroes do, like, in a general sense, but you do know how your hero works. I would say in gold, you reach the level where you're like, okay, at least you're generally aware how your hero works, and there's not like surprise heroes in the opposing team where like, I've never played against a Doomfist before. Oh wow, he punched me off the map. Like, that was a surprise. Like, at gold, you stop being surprised by things, and at least you generally understand how everything works. Once you get to platinum, you're kind of refining on that sense, and you know, you get better in a lot of different ways, but often it's like you start understanding more like how to play your hero for the particular map. Like, oh, it's Busan on, you know, whatever, right? Like City Center, I think that's called City Center, but it, you know, was it Metro? Downtown? Whatever it is. This is what happens when you don't play enough Overwatch. And you're like, oh, I like going this way because this gives me good angles and the health packs are here. And if I get pushed, I get retreat to here, whatever it ends up being. Like, so like you kind of work through that process. And then once you reach diamond, you generally get the diamond. I saw this saying a while ago and I liked it. It's like you either get the diamond because you have really, really good mechanics or you have really, really good game sense, right? And to get the masters, you have to get the both, right? Really good mechanics and really good game sense. And then to get the GM, you have to be like stellar at something, if not both of those things. So you're currently sitting kind of like in the platinum space where I believe that in the right situations, you look very dominant as Rammatra. But when you get pushed into uncomfortable situations, you know what all heroes do, but you're like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. You feel kind of lost. And again, that's not something that happens at higher ranks where like at higher ranks, of course you lose games where you're like, I can't win this game. But like, I think you just have an idea of like what you could have done differently. You just can't do it. Like if I'm playing Cassidy and I'm getting totally rolled, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just missing shots. Like this Genji, this Tracer has excellent movement. I'm just not having shots. I'm going to lose. Like you accept that. Like you're like, okay, I can better. I can go aim train or whatever. But like you understand, like I could have done better. Or like, oh yeah, I'm being dove. I need to be better about playing back or playing safe or playing next to my supports or saving roll for burst damage or whatever it ends up being. Like you got a lot of options in front of you. Anyway, this is an aside. Long story short is, I believe that you belong in platinum. Right? Just looking at the gameplay, like I think generally this feels like platinum level gameplay to me. It definitely doesn't feel like diamond level gameplay to me. Also, first thing I did after Genji started bombing voice chat after he died, popping ult 1v5 before overtime, I muted voice chat, so I'm glad to report I've learned that lesson previously and would not allow myself to be tilted by this behavior. Great. Excellent. In this VOD, I would like to seek some advice from you from how to improve my play in high plat, how to play against a good Winston, and advice on how to play Paraiso as a low mobility tank. Anyways, thanks for your help for getting me to plat in the first place. Even if I peak here and running plat from now, I'm still happy. I really, really appreciate it. You have no idea how much it means to being able to see myself improving. Awesome. Great. Of course, like you're doing all the work, so like all the credit goes to you. I'm just, giving you a little bit of help along the way. So, I've seen the gameplay already. Broad notes. Number one, I think you're really playing Rammatra. I think there's a lot of room for improvement still in your cooldown usage and your decision on when to push. I would specifically highlight your shield and ultimate usage in particular. I was like, well, wow, like you do a lot of both where I'm like, this did nothing, like literally nothing. Like if you had not pushed the buttons, you would not have changed the fight outcome at all. And to a lesser extent, I think your vortexes also need work. But I think especially the shield and your ultimate, I saw both of them. I'm like, you should not be popping this right now. Like it's not going to do anything. As an example, Winston is zapping you and you put down your shield. That doesn't do anything, right? Like his zap goes straight through the shield, so why did you waste your cooldown on that? It does literally nothing. So that's kind of point number one. Point number two. If you want to get the higher ranks, I would strongly recommend you learn a hero that has mobility. Is it required? No. You could one-trick Rammatra all the way up to GM. But you'd have to be so good at Rammatra or play a ridiculous number of games for that to happen. I would strongly recommend that you pick up a hero that has some degree of verticality. For the record, there are a lot of them now, right? There's Winston. There's Diva. Okay, you're not good at those heroes. You don't like those heroes? Great. There's Doomfist. You don't like that hero? Okay, play Ball. You don't like Ball? Okay, play Hazard, right? You have so many options now for heroes that have some degree of verticality. I think that it's not a great idea in general to play heroes where it's like, look, I have an extremely limited hero set that I have to play, and like then you get forced into really frustrating, like difficult scenarios where you're like, I can't really do anything. I can't interact with the enemy heroes right now. Yeah, I mean that's tough. Like if you're playing if you're playing Reinhardt and the enemy team are all flyers and snipers, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You just stand there with your shield. And if you're on offense, maybe they'll work under your defense. You're like, I just sit here until my team dies and then I die. It sucks sometimes. That's just the way, I mean, in a game with asymmetric heroes, that's always going to be a case, right? Do you have to learn it? Absolutely not. I am just recommending you now. I think you should learn more, like a hero with some degree of verticality. Just saying. You're even flexible now, right? Because with new perks, like you have Zarya and you have Sigma who have like some verticality that you can do. There are possibilities. That being said, could you have won this game from Rammatra? Absolutely. Definitely, this is not a game where I look at it and I'm like, oh, there's no way you could have won it. I'm just noting that as a general rule, I would suggest that. So I probably won that. Or actually, that's just number two, right? Number one was ability usage. Number two is kind of map tank choice. Number three is that I think playing Brawl against dive is a very, very common question, right? Which is like, hey, look, I'm playing up front. Oh, look, the enemy team just bypassed me and killed my backline. What do I do? It's complicated. It's tricky. Short answer is usually when they dive your backline, it immediately puts you into what I call a race scenario. As in your backline is going to die. You cannot prevent it. That means the way that you win is by killing their backline faster, right? Alternatively, you can deflect the dive, right? If you can deflect the dive, then the first condition is not necessarily true, it's not inevitable, right? If, for example, I'm playing Roadhog and Winston tries to jump us and I just hook him out of the air and he puts bubble around, but like I'm in the bubble with him and I just kill him, then great, dive stopped, okay? As a straightforward example, right? Or Winston's diving me, I'm playing Junker Queen, I pop Shout and we all just run away from the Winston and we're totally safe. Another example of dive stopped. But if I'm playing, a hero where I don't have the ability, let's say I'm playing Reinhardt on low ground, and my team are high ground, and Winston dives my high ground team, I can't do anything about it. So trade, right? Now's your job. You just got to trade out with their backline. And you hope that you do more damage than theirs. And if you say, oh, but I can't kill their backline as fast as they kill my backline, that's your problem, right? That's like saying, well, if their enemy team is playing Widow and I'm playing Widow, and their Widow is killing my team faster than I'm killing their team, what do? Be a better Widow. Right? Like due to the constraints of the system that you've given, like if you're going to try to put yourself in a situation where you can't necessarily interact with their hero, like, or you kill the enemy Widow, right? But if you're like, I don't want to take the duel against their Widow because I'll lose, and their Widow is killing my team, and I can't kill their team, well, then you're just a bad player at that point in time. You're just not playing well. Same thing applies here. If the Winston's diving my backline as Ram, if my backline is going to die, I got to kill their backline. At a minimum, I know their Winston's not there to help them, right? So I can trade out with their backline. If they all sit at home and only the Winston goes, then the Winston shouldn't be able to kill anybody in my backline. That should be very easy for us to deflect with or without me. Lots of variables. We can go over them one by one as we go through the game. Okay, so let's start watching from the start. So we go over here. All right. So think for a second. Broadly speaking, what is our plan here? Well, number one, I have no idea why the Sigma is this far forward. Because he cannot get back up top. So the second I realize this, I'm basically going to run to the left and I'm going to run over here and I'm just going to walk down the Sig. And I say this because the Sig's going to drop down here. Like, we can look at this situation right now. Nobody plays this angle at higher ranks, to be clear. you're never gonna see a Sigma at higher ranks. Like, is Sigma played here? Yeah, sometimes, not usually, but like you can play Sigma here. But you're never gonna see a Sigma just standing right here because he literally has no way to get back up. He cannot get back up to high ground, which means this Sigma is effectively isolated from his team. This is the kind of read that you need to be able to make in order to get into higher levels, is to recognize when the enemy team, especially the tank, has made a mistake. He has made a mistake literally 5 seconds into the game. And as a result, he is going to die. If I was playing here, like as Rammatra, or frankly, pretty much any tank, he's going to die. Like, he's already dead. He just doesn't know it. I said this before, but like, this Sig is dead. Because he has no ability to get back to his team to stay alive. All I have to do is do the right thing, which is not like mechanically difficult at all. I just need to make the right decisions here, and he dies. Because what's going to happen here is that my team is going to push out. We're going to apply pressure to the Sig. Where's the Sig? No, he can't stand here, right? As you guys flank him on the left and flank him on the right, he is going to back up. And when he's going to back up, he's going to be under the bridge. Great. How is he going to get healed by the supports if he's under the bridge? He can't. Which means you have an opportunity here to kill him. Well, you might say, then the supports can drop down and save his life. Great. Now the supports and the Sig are all clumped up together, and then you kill them all. I think as somebody anybody who has played support, you understand that if you are playing from the vast majority of supports, if your tank is here and you are standing right here, this is not good. You are all going to die as the enemy team pushes into you. Right? Supports don't want to be standing on top of their tank. They want a healthy, safe distance away. So I already know we're going to win here, right? Like, maybe there's a chance that, oh yeah, their team gets multiple picks. But generally speaking, we have a massive advantage right now. I want to press my advantage very quickly before the Sig has time to reposition. So I'm just booking it here, right? Shooting at him with a staff, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, he rocks, great, right? I can eat the rock, I can shield it, and I just keep running at him, shoot, right? He eventually pops Flux, I pop Nemesis, he dies. And if it seems that simple, it is that simple. And you can watch our ramp gameplay. Like when I play quick play, because like when I play rank, I play against like obviously like equally skilled tanks for the most part, right? So it's not gonna seem that straightforward. But like that's because they are also smart and they don't play in bad positions. But you see like some of my quick play games where I show like my Rammatra like gameplay guides, you'll see me just totally run over people because they have no idea like that what is about to happen. Like they're like, wait, what was this to do about this? The short answer is not be there. So you don't realize right now that you have a massive advantage. Just walk forwards. You are basically full health. Your whole team is here. There's plenty of cover. Just go to the left of the bus and push. Push hard right now. See how you're slowing? Don't do this. Just walk forwards. Just walk forwards. Okay? You want to go this way? This is fine, right? I would probably shield off here, like pretty soon. As soon as I start taking damage, I'd shield off. But walk forwards. So, very basically, is this shield good? No, because you left this giant hole here where there's a hero that's shooting at you. Right? Like, this should be like Rammatra 101, which is, why didn't you just put the shield here, right? In the middle of the path to block off almost all the angles. You put it so you left a third of the opening there, so you're just going to take damage here for nothing, right? Now the Sigma's going to shoot at you, or shoot at your team, right? Both equally bad. Okay, shield goes up. So what do we do? Well, you got two options. Number one, you can break the shield and then push in. Number two, you could just ignore the shield and get around it. Number three is that you can push onto the shield. I think pushing onto the shield right now doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it is the right call, like if they're low and you can just push them and kill them. But right now I'd be like, look, I don't care about the shield. Just go to the right. What are they going to do? Remember, as Sigma does not want to take a close range fight against you. Because if you have a close range fight, you can pop Nemesis. And when you're in Nemesis, you can just kill him. It forces him backwards and he cannot escape from you other than by using rock. If he has no rock, he literally can't escape from you. You are faster than him, and he cannot block any of your attacks with Grasp or Shield. So, if you can get close to the Sigma, you can basically force it into the we fight and you die now situation. So if I push here to the right, what's going to happen, right? The Sigma will be like, oh, wait, the Raz's pushing? He's probably going to turn this way, try to deal with you. Then the shield's going to break. Then he gets shot by everybody on your team. Then he has to back up. And then you've taken the corner. Your job as tanks on offense is to take one corner at a time, right? The first corner was right here. Now you're taking the second corner, right? Then take the third, then take the fourth, then you take the point. Just take corners. Like, you don't have to kill anybody right now. You don't even have to deal damage. Literally just walk up and then walk backwards. All right. So shield broken. Okay, fine. So as I'm reloading, I'm walking forwards. I win this fight. I win this fight. And like, this is something you need to know, is that you're like, hey, look, I win this fight. I don't hate the support decks. I think it's fine. Again, I would push up. Now that I hear Rock, I 1000% am booking it up here and forcing this fight. Don't do this. This is bad. Don't worry about that. Just push here and deal with this team. Right? They're all over here. Just push over here and go kill them. Don't worry about this. Like, it's just, yeah, see, that's good. You don't have to slow. You can just walk up here and you could put the shield like this and just walk right up here and you'd be A-okay. If the Sigma walks through the shield, you kill him. What's he gonna do? He doesn't even have Rock anymore. Just pop Nemesis if you really need to, but you can just shoot him until he pops Grass, is what I would do. He pops Grass, I pop Nemesis, he dies. This is like a very basic read. And again, for me as Rammatra, like I played against Rammatra versus Sigma, like, I don't know, 100 plus times, right? Easily. So I just like have this game sense, but like that's what I'm trying to communicate to you here is you are much more dangerous than I think you realize in this particular matchup. If it's a Mauga, totally different story, right? Mauga would be like, okay, sure, yeah, push onto me, I'll shred you. But against a Sigma, just walk into him. Sigmas do not want fights to go fast. Sigmas want fights to go slow. Slow meaning low damage over a long period of time. Fast means high damage, short period of time. You, as a hybrid tank, have the option of either going fast or going slow. So, against heroes that want to go slow, like Sigma, you want to go fast. Against heroes that want to go fast, like Reinhardt, for example, you want to go slow. So you flip it around as to what, because you're not the strongest fast tank, and you're not the strongest slow tank either. You're just somewhere in the middle. So exploit the opposite of what the opposing tank wants to do. So you want to shield up here, that's fine. Again, notice that your shield is not blocking the Sigma from hitting you, which is forcing your support to do it. So let's think for a second. What's your read here? So you see the Reaper here, but is this Reaper dangerous? Like, do you see this Reaper here and you think, oh, this Reaper might kill my whole team? No, right? Like, the Reaper is way too far away to, like, do a meaningful amount. Like, he's hitting people for, like, I don't know, 50, 60 damage a shot. No one's dying to this Reaper. He is not an imminent threat. He doesn't have ulti. He's not going to get nanoed. Nothing's going to happen here. This Reaper is literally, like, I would just ignore him. He doesn't do anything. Like, he is not dangerous. So I don't have to worry about him. And what happens if I push him? First of all, Reaper does a lot of damage to you. Because you're a tank. He does a lot of damage, A. And B, he also heals off of you, which is also not so good. And C, if I step here and try to shoot the Reaper, I get shot by everybody from the side, and that's bad for me too. So don't worry about the Reaper, not your job, right? And I said at the beginning, you will win games if you just do your job better. You need to identify constantly, what is my job? My job is not to deal with the Reaper. My job is to push here and clear this. Remember previously I said the Sigma was out of position. Well, guess what? The Sigma is way out of position again. Look at where the enemy heroes are right now, right? You have one here, you have the Reaper here, you have this guy over here, and you have this guy over here. And I don't know where the fifth hero is. This Sigma is crazy overextended right now. Just walk into him, and he dies. He won't die in like 1 second, because you don't do a lot of damage, but he can't get healed anymore. Like, you're literally going to be between him and the supports. Like, that's it. It is game over for him. Right? If the supports step up to try to heal him, just turn and kill the supports. But there's definitely no reason to be popping Nemesis right now. There is no way when you pop Nemesis, like, you saw this right now. There is no way you looked at this and you thought, I will pop Nemesis and I'll kill this Reaper. How are you going to kill the Reaper? What? Okay, you run at him, and what? He shoots you, and then he walks away. He didn't even need to use any cooldowns. And if he did, he could have teleported away and he could have Wraith formed away. Or he could have just gotten healed. Like, there's literally no scenario where this was a credible threat to his life. If I was the Reaper, I probably wouldn't even have retreated. I would have gone to the corner and just kept shooting you in the face to burn down resources and farm ulti. This is not a good play. And for the record, we're probably, I don't know, 20 minutes in and we've covered 30 seconds of gameplay, if that. This is just highlighting like how far off you are from how good you think you're playing versus how good you could be playing. I am not asking for any sort of like magical play. I'm not saying, oh, like, you know, you got to hit, you know, no scope 360s or be shooting people out of the air with rockets or like anything, or even good aim. I'm literally just being like, hey, just walk into the enemy when you have full health and you have all your cooldowns on an enemy that does not want to be walked into. And then you win. That's it. Like, that's all I've been saying is like literally just walk forwards and you win this fight, and you just don't see that yet. And that's holding you back enormously. All right, so you can't cancel Nemesis because you realize right away, okay, this isn't going to do anything. Does this feel like a good use of your time? Do you think like, oh wow, I'm really helping to win right now, just shooting into space? And like, I get that the Kiriko might run into it, but you're not going to do a lot of damage to the Kiriko, right? You're just going to like tickle her a little bit from this range. Why not just walk over here and kill her? What's going to happen? Okay, the Reaper shoots you aside. Okay, fine. Like, do you have any cooldowns? Well, you don't have any cooldowns, so just walk to the right of this car, right? And then do this and flush her out. But maybe you shouldn't have wasted Nemesis form so that you'd have the option to use that if you got in trouble. All right, so Sigma's now here. So, what do we do right now? Push! Why am I not pushing? I have shield, I have full ammo, he's fluxing, I just walk towards him, I shield off, and then I start shooting the staff as soon as flux ends, or grasp ends. Just walk forwards, right? Like, just walk forwards. I don't want to put shield here, I want to put it further up, right? I want to put the shield like basically right here. There is no world in this situation where if you put a shield right here, that the Cassie is going to walk forwards. I hope that's obvious, right? Cassie walks forwards, he dies. So you can put the shield even all the way back here and just walk into them. And they're going to die. It really is that easy sometimes. Just walk forwards. Like, why are you playing so defensively with full health and all your cooldowns? Reaper's there, not your problem. Okay? Alright, so because you don't walk forwards, the Sigma's like, wait, I'll walk forwards. Notice how the Sigma's like, oh, okay, you're just literally not going to do anything? I'm just going to walk over here and go kill your backline. What are you doing right now? Right? Like, what are you doing right now to help win this fight? Because the enemy tank just walked all the way over here and has killed your supports and is now just going to walk away. This doesn't look like winning tank gameplay to me. It doesn't even look like you're doing anything. Like, if you were just not in this game, like just disappeared, is that going to change anything here? Like, are you helping? Are you threatening? Are you forcing cooldowns? You're doing nothing. You are a bystander watching the Sigma kill your support and then poking him down a little bit. And now what? Now what's your plan? Right? Okay, now you go on the Reaper. Fine. Okay, he wraiths. So this is finally the first good play that you did where you're really chasing. Like, oh, the Reaper's super overextended. Let me kill him. This is what you could have done 2 minutes ago. Like, not 2 minutes. 1 minute ago. Again, like, people are out of position all the time. Alright, so now it is 3 on 4, I believe, because you lost 2, right? That's fine. So we're gonna slow down. We're gonna slow down because we're down players, okay? You gotta get healed up. You don't want to take too much damage, right? I would not stand out. Remember, Cassidy can kill you in 2 shots, right? 2 headshots is 280 damage, and Cassidy's at higher ranks will not miss headshots on tanks. Alright, so now we finally have some degree of bravery. I would wait for healing and wait for your cooldowns. Shield goes off. I think this Vortex is fine. I'm a little surprised you got past it, but like, this is okay. But like, are you really ready to push through it? It doesn't seem like it. You get rocked. Alright, Flux goes off. That shield's obviously not going to do a whole lot, but fine. I would be careful about re-peeking with 200 health. You could instantly die there. Again, remember, like, they do a lot of damage, right? Cassidy headshot right here will drop you all the way down to, what, like 90-ish health, and then somebody else hits you and you die. So, as a note. So you lost your Hanzo, you're super low in health, you should just back up. I would note here is, I don't understand why you're attacking all these heroes back there when the tank is actually right next to you. I don't think you realize this because he went over the top and Sigma doesn't have footsteps, but you could hear him shooting at your team. So, like, right now, you could easily have been like, wait, why don't I just turn around and shoot this Sigma, right? And then right now, look how low he is. You would have killed him by now. Right? He's all the way down to 151 health, 110 health, right? That is 83 health. If you'd done any damage to him, he would be dead, and this point would be over. And instead, it takes you like another minute and a half or something to take it. Like, there's no way that you can look at this sequence of events and think, man, my DPS are the problem here. Like, Sigma goes, he fluxes multiple heroes, he's attacking, he misses them in the air, he comes back, he's super overextended, he's in the middle of your whole team right here, he's around a corner, he has no support assistance, and you are doing nothing to kill the Sigma, and he is just going to walk away. This is why we watch replays. is because we play and we think we do like so great, and we look at the replay, we're like, wow, I made some really bad decisions. You have made some very bad decisions. All right, to prevent this replay review from being like 2 hours plus, I think we're gonna speed it up a bit. So in general, we'll try to push in. I would note right now, when you push in, okay, so you're finally deciding to push in, which is great. Who do we go for here right now? Well, what are our options? Number one, we have the Sigma. Well, he's full health, probably not. Number two, we have the Kiriko. She's low, but she's also like kind of far away from us, so like we can try. Like we caught her in Vortex, that'd be great, but I don't know if we've seen her use Swift Step. We have not. So she's gonna Swift Step right away. And then over here, we also have to have the Wu Yang, right? So for the Wu Yang, like, can we reach him? I mean, that's pretty far for us to get. He probably still has movement. Yeah, so we can't actually get him either. Neither one of these targets are killable. What about the Echo? The Echo's right in front of us, right? She's right in front of us, and she just used flight. She dies right now. Like, this right here, she's like so close to you. Just kill her. Look how much damage she's taking. Now she's got 100 health. Just kill her. Why are you chasing these other heroes? Now she's got like 60 health. Now she's 25 health, and then she finally dies. Why didn't you just kill the easy one in front of you? You are like so tunnel vision. You're like, I gotta run to the backline. Well, the backline's already here. The Echo is a backliner, and she's literally in front of you. And you decide to just be like, I don't want to kill you. Let me try to fail to kill other people. Like, it feels very powerless. Like, as you go, like you're not hitting anybody right now. And that's something that's really relevant. I know you also have the Wu Yang ulti, so you're like trying to pop it, but like keep things simple, right? Just go for the kills that you can realistically get, and don't spend your time chasing people that like it's not going to work out. So for the record, in all of these fights right now, you're doing things suboptimally. But I've already talked about like being aggressive at the right angles, trying to bypass the Sigma shield, using your own shield intelligently, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm not like harping on it. But like, don't look at this. Don't look at me skipping it over and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing anything right here. You are not. But I've already talked about it to death, so I'm not going to keep talking about it. Push, push, push. Why would you throw the shield up and not push? Right? If you're just going to sit behind cover anyway, what was the point of throwing the shield up? Use the shield to push. Step up with the shield. Step up. Right? Now nobody's there? Okay, great. I don't know about this, but I know that he's like kind of low, but I would probably reload the staff, get to the corner, and then assess what the situation is, because there's a possibility that the Sig cannot die here, depending on how ready the supports are. I'm a little surprised that they just let him die here. Oh, because nothing is reaching him. Literally, that didn't reach him, and the Kiriko's not even trying to heal him. Yeah, see? The Kiriko's literally healing the ground. Did you see that? This is the stuff that happens at lower ranks. The Kiriko is literally healing the ground instead of healing the critical health Sigma who is on in the front lines. Neither one of these supports is healing the Sigma at all. And my instinct here is like, I don't think he's as killable as you think he is, because I expect the supports to be able to use unmissable abilities to heal their tank. But because both of the supports failed to heal him, he actually is able to be killed really quickly here, but that is extremely lucky. I would have walked up with staff first before trying to just pop Nemesis. Because walking up with staff gives you options. If you're going to do this, it's like the right general idea. Just put it a little bit forwards, right? Put it here, and that way you can step onto point and threaten the point, so they need to stay on point. Okay, so Cassie's just run up and kill him. Like, you're so afraid, right? Just walk up the stairs, shoot at him, and then either he's going to stay and then you kill him, or he drops and then you kill him. But if you stay down here, now you have to hit him with a staff at this distance, which is not consistent at all. Like, look how little damage you did to him. What, like 40 damage? Who cares? He can just stay up there and shoot your backline all day. So you pop Nemesis here, I think because you start getting beamed by Echo. Yeah, I mean, like, you aren't in a ton of danger here. I understand popping Nemesis, but, like, can you do something with it? No. Well, you got that at least, actually. So Cassie's there, you're gonna shoot him down. I would run at him at the same time. You put a shield against literally nobody. I did not hear anybody. I did not see anybody. We are shielding that an inoffensive doorway that has nobody remotely close to the door. And this shows through in a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of things that you kind of like autopilot. You're like, oh, after I come on Nemesis, I immediately put shield up. But do you need to put shield up? Do you know where you're putting the shield up? Do you know where the enemies are? There's like this immediate like, oh, I just gotta push the buttons to push the buttons. Is a very, very bad habit. All right, Sigma's gonna threaten. It would be great to have shield right now, wouldn't it? Right? Sigma throws his shield out. I walk to the side. Right? He's just doing rock. I put shield up and I won the fight immediately. Like, what can he do at that point? Nothing. If he pops grasp, then I just pop nemesis and I kill him. It's like basic stuff like this is really, really simple, and yet you are doing it wrong. Right? Now you rock, you take damage. Okay. Back to target priority. Right? He rocks us, we nemesis, because we're going to try to force it. Okay, who am I targeting here? Am I targeting the nearly full health Sigma? Or the Kiriko, who's literally on my screen? You see her right here. Just kill the Kiriko first. Is she going to Swift step out? Probably. But somebody's got to force it, so you might as well force it. And you're definitely not killing the Sigma anytime soon, so just attack her. So when the Ana slept right here, what's the correct play? Is it to punch the Sigma? No, just run by him and kill the Kiriko. Definitely don't use Vortex to wake him up. That does the least of everything. For the record, you could have kept punching there. You are nowhere close to dying. You have 645 health. Your supports are behind you. You could absolutely keep aggressing there, but yeah, keep poking him. Get good damage. Vortex is fine. All right, so Kitsune's popped. I want to use the Kitsune to increase my movement speed and attack speed and get behind the Sigma and attack the rest of his team. You attacking from the flank there is not great because it's a hard angle. Hard for you to do a lot of damage there. Yeah, I mean, just pop Nemesis, kill him. Great. Nemesis dead, cancels Flux. So, fun thing. Let's do a little bit of prediction. What's going to happen here? So, Kiriko just Suzu'd. What's she going to do next? Swift step, right? She has to because otherwise she dies. Who is she going to Swift step to? Well, most logically, she's probably going to Swift step to the easiest person in front of her, which is this one. Higher ranks, they might look around a little more, or might climb or juke or something, but she's probably going to Swift step right here. This means that as I'm punching her, I go punch, 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 punch. Great, now she Swift steps here, and I keep punching her. But you are going to see how you back up a little bit, and you see how you slow down. Just run constantly with her the whole way, and then you'd already be over here when she Swift steps, and then you get the kill, and then you kill both of them, and you feel like a hero. But instead, they're both going to get away because you don't see this basic thing. It requires no mechanics whatsoever. No aim, no reflexes. Literally be like, there are two supports, neither one of which does any damage to me. I can just walk forwards and kill them both. The very first thing you should do after Echo pops clone here, right, copy, is immediately shield. Because you want to prevent the Echo from getting ultimate. Because if they get ultimate, you're going to be in a really bad time. So you want to be denying any of the damage so the Echo doesn't build ult charge. Because they build it at like 4x speed or something like that. So you see how fast they're getting ulti, right? That's 9% right there. Like literally in a second. Your shield is too far forwards. I've said this in many different videos. If the enemy walks through, if you walk through your shield is too far, it's too close to you. If the enemy walks through your shield, then your shield is too far away. Your shield is too far away. You need to put the shield way back to give yourself any chance of this. I'm gonna punch here. This is gonna keep going for a while. After you farm your ulti, I just hold down right click. Either way, though, it's not a big deal that you lost the fight because you're like right at your spot, so who cares? Okay. So, let's think about this. In Paraiso, other than the fight once you go there, which the first corner is usually not that hard, you're typically going to be fighting over two spaces, right? Space number 1, space number 2-ish, this way, right? Depending. These are the spots that you need to clear as a tank. If you cannot clear these spots, you are not doing your job. You notice that I am not focusing on this area right here. Why? This area does not need to be cleared if you have cleared the high ground, because then you and your team can just shoot them from the high ground and they will back up, or else they will die. Notice, again, I do not care about the low ground. This is very common for all these type of like high ground, low ground scenarios. The low ground really does not matter, and it is a very common mistake that at lower ranks, they spend a lot of time fighting over the low ground. A much better plan, if you're going to force a ground-bound hero, is to go up the back stairwell over here and then pressure this way and pressure this way in order to be able to apply pressure to their backline and to the high ground without just running it up main. After you clear them, then you can move the card, or a support in your team can move the card, or whatever. So we're sitting here. This is, yeah, I mean, not great value, but you see they're sort of like backing up, but they're not, notice they're not really backing up because of you, right? They're backing up because your Genji forced them back here, right? Genji forced Swift Step, right? Genji got the Kiriko low, Genji's over here, and you see everybody kind of backs up there because of the Genji. It's not really because of you. So, we're attacking right now. This shield is obviously out of position. It's not blocking anything, right? Too far forwards. Yeah, so doing this against the hazard is not great because damage blocking is really high. Now, this is a very good moment to kind of talk about what do you do in this scenario? Because this will happen a lot, right? It's a very, very common question I've gotten over the years. Is, hey, the enemy team popped a support ulti, DPS ulti, whatever, and just killed like 2-3 members of my team. What do I do? Well, it's complicated. The short answer is, can you still win the fight? If you can't, try to win the fight. If you can't win the fight, just die. It happens. Not every fight is winnable. There's a reason why you get 4 minutes to cap a point. Because it takes a lot of tries. If you attack every 30 seconds, that's 8 tries, right? It's okay to lose a fight. The key thing is lose quickly so you can redo the next fight. They don't have ultimates every single fight. And eventually your team will pop ultimates and those ultimates will win the fight. Cassidy did a good flank here. He got behind your team, right? It is not your job to be looking for the Cassidy here, right? Or to be able to block this. I mean, if you had shield, obviously you could block it. Or if you could like face tank it, you could block it. But other than that, it's not what you can do. It is what it is. Hey, they die, just reset. I know Nano Blade is still going. So like maybe we can get something out of it, right? Your Genji does trade out here. So you kill it too. Another shield. It's funny, I actually forgot about this one, but I talked about earlier, we're like, who are you shielding here? Do you think that there is an enemy hero that has somehow snuck into your spawn, come out, and is shooting you from this room? Is that what you thought when you put the shield up? Or do you just automatically put up shields after any moment of calm where you're like, oh, I have shield up, I should put down the shield? This makes no sense. Anyway, your Genji managed to kill 2, managed to kill 3, right? Great, actually, this fight's still super winnable, right? Applying 10 damage. I would have gotten behind him to body block him, but it's fine, right? And we got a kill. I don't know why you're complaining about Genji. Your Genji just killed 3 or 4 of the 5 people. How many did he kill here? 1, 2. Yeah, and he kills the character here, right? Kills the Kiriko, that's 3, right? And he helps kill the hazard. So he kills 3.5 people. I don't know why you're complaining about DPS. How many people have you killed? He just killed 3 in one fight. Like, granted, obviously he had Nano and like ultimate, but like that's his job, to kill people. Okay, so you end up capping that point, pretty straightforward. Now you're on last point. Last point is very hard to take. So we're kind of poking at them. Great. Is what it is. I would just walk up here. Like, it's not your job to move the card as a tank, right? Don't worry about it. Just walk up here. Like, they're so vulnerable right now, this Kiriko. Just walk up here and kill the Kiriko. She might even had something forced. Yes, she had Swift Step forced by the Genji. So this Kiriko is 100% killable right now. You just don't realize it. Like, why are you all the way back here instead of being up there? Why? Like, this is a really common problem for lower ranked tanks, is their own teammates will be ahead of them because they're not aggressive enough. You are a full health tank with all of your cooldowns. You could literally fight all 4 people here and not die without any healing. Easily, right? You get shield. After shield ends, you can pop Nemesis and then you can hold block. I don't think you realize how dangerous you are as a tank. And you're just sitting here on the card. Even when your soldier dead, you can still aggress here. There's no risk to you. And the shield's not going to help very much. Hazard doesn't do a lot of damage in range anyway. Alright. So, Hazard does it. You do a good job avoiding it. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, great. We got it. Yeah, this is good. We like this. Alright, 365. We've already killed 2. What do we do right now? Just hold block and look to the left. Why'd you pop ultimate? right? You had to have known right here, when you killed the Cassidy, you had to have known this fight's won, right? Whether or not you kill the remaining heroes is irrelevant, right? You know that the fight is won enough that this cart is going to get at a minimum all the way over to here before the next fight happens. I refuse to believe that you did not know that, right? There's nobody else in your team who is dead. Just, you got it. Like, you don't need to pop ultimate right now, and you really need your ultimate for the last fight. This is not a good play to pop ultimate right now. And I think you realize right away, you're like, oh wow, this is not good. And now you're just running at them, futilely, right? And doing nothing. And why are we shielding here? Are you going to push them? If you're not going to push them, what's the point of the shield? You could just been like, oh, instead of throwing the shield right now, right now before you throw the shield, obviously you're feeding the soldier like crazy, is if you're like, hey, I want to push this, shield and push him. If you're like, oh, I don't want to push them, just step behind the corner. And you're good. You're just deflecting anyway. It doesn't matter. Right? Like, this is just a wasted shield. So you're just looking at them. This is not going to do anything, by the way. I think you know that, though. Genji's going to die. Okay. Not great. Genji really shouldn't have gone in, but it's what it is. Okay, here's the Winston swap. So, for Paraiso, what do we need to clear here? Well, same idea as we just talked about previously, right? You need to clear this space and this space. If you do not clear these spots, you will not be able to push past this. Which, spoiler alert, is what happens, is that you get stuck here. How do you clear these spots? As a ground-bound hero, you go up the stairs and you just walk here and you clear this space. It's really that simple. Just walk onto the high ground using the stairs. If you don't have an elevator, you don't have a jump jet, you don't have the ability to climb walls, take the stairs. It's good for you. Just take the stairs. So, you're punching the Winston here, and like, yeah, okay, we're moving it forward slightly, but like, what is the plan? Right? Now they pop ultimate, and now what? I don't know. If I swap places with you, I can't do anything here. Like, you're about to lose this fight. Like, there's nothing to be done here in this situation. If I had ultimate, like, maybe it'll play, but like, at minimum, I gotta wait out the Wu Yang ulti and see what happens. But he's killed the Kiriko. At this point, I just abandoned. I'm like, look, we're all gonna die. If I just clearly not gonna do anything, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. I definitely don't want to stay. I don't want. See. So now you're gonna stagger yourself. Even if you kill Winston here, it doesn't matter because remember they have short spawn, so it doesn't matter. It like literally doesn't matter. I would just left completely and be like, yeah, that's fine, reset. Right? Farmed ulti with my staff. Okay, so we go through this right door. So that's good change. So we're trying to clear high ground. Now, you just heard the voice line. I'm at 30% sound, so hopefully you can hear it. You just heard your Genji call that he has Blade ready.
60 seconds.
I will give you shelter.
So right there, you heard the Ana voice line saying that Nano was ready. And so now you're trying to clear high ground. Your Genji pops Blade, and then he's going to go in, and he's not going to kill anybody, and then he's going to die. And I guarantee you, this is the moment that you thought, my DPS is really bad. And then you decided to go and write 2 paragraphs or whatever about it. I'm going to show you what this looks like from your Genji's perspective. Genji's here. He knows he has Blade. He knows the Ana has Blade. He just successfully used his Blade to win the previous fight. As a reminder, right? He won that second point for you. You did nothing, like literally nothing, and he killed 3.5 people. So the Genji with Nano is clearly capable of winning the fight. He waits, right? He saw the Ana through the wall. He looks, he confirms the Ana is there. He goes up the wall, dashes in the air, and pops Blade. Why does he dash in the air? Well, he dashes in the air so that Ana can get LOS on him to be able to pop Nano. So he's going to get the Nano here, and he's going to dive in, and he's going to wipe the whole team, just like the previous fight. But what happens here? Well, let's watch just from the Genji's perspective. He pops Blade, he dashes in, right? Just a little bit short on space, tries to kill the deflect, and then dies. Well, most notably, if he had Nano, he would not have died that quickly. Second, he's very close to killing her even without the Nano. Notice that after the dash, this barely misses on that slash. Like, it's actually very, very close there. See how close that is? Like, he barely misses the soldier in here with the slash, right? And then gets her with a second, and then everybody focuses him down, right? And then deflects to try to get the deflect kill, and then as a result, he doesn't get a reset. Well, as a reminder, he and the Ana clearly communicated that Nano was going to happen. Let's back it up again.
My ultimate, my blade, is ready to be
See? So he pings right there. Hey, look, my blade is ready. Ana's going to come over here right next to him. And he's going to check to make sure, right? He's looking to see the enemy positioning. See, you hear Nano Boost is ready right now. And he's going to dash, and then he's going to do it. This all looks, from the Genji's perspective, totally reasonable. Right? You look at this and you're like, yeah, Genji communicated with the Ana. It's not even like he was waiting to reactivate. He's like, he pinged it. He looked at her. She looked at him. She pinged it. Everyone was on the same page that Nano was about to happen for Blade. Well, what actually ends up happening with the Ana?
I have you. Keep fighting. 60 seconds.
Right?
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
Right there, we hear Nano's ready to deploy. She loses track of the fact that the Genji's right here because she gets distracted because the Kiriko's taking a ton of damage. Right? And so she's like, oh, I gotta go save the Kiriko. And then when the blade gets popped, she's too far around the corner, and as a result is unable to blade. If she was right here, she'd be fine. But because she's over here, she can't see him. And then she's like, oh no, and then she walks over to try to blade him. You're gonna see her panic and try to get the blade off, to get the Nano off her blade. And she's like, oh shoot, right? Runs over, she even jumps down to try to get it off. See, she's looking for the Nano the whole time. This is all super normal. You should not look at this as my teammates are so bad. This is a very normal, run-of-the-mill mistake / miscommunication. This is no worse, and arguably actually better, than the mistakes you have made so far. I don't see anybody here who is throwing or making egregiously bad decisions or non-platinum level decisions. This all looks like platinum gameplay to me, right? Most of the times this works. It worked in the previous fight. It didn't work this time because a few things happened, right? The Ana accidentally blocked her LOS to the Genji. The Genji didn't realize that the Kiriko was low. The Kiriko happened to get low at that moment. The Ana prioritized healing her versus like nanoing the blade. Shit happens, man. Like, it just happens. Don't get tilted. Don't freak out. Don't blame your DPS. It just happens. Just reset, go next fight. You still got 50 seconds left, right? You got plenty of time here. You don't need to do anything crazy, right? So at this point, I'm backing out right away, right? I'm literally just spamming, playing way back, and just trying to get home. Now, so now Kitsune gets popped. I'm definitely backing way the heck up, A. But B, who is the shield for? What, the soldier? Like, this is crazy. You also are missing so many punches here, but like, you have made a bad mistake into a worse one. If you guys had just reset, you could have gotten all 5 people and then re-pushed in with 5 with Nano. And no blade, but you'd have Nano at least. But because you think, hey, I'm going to try to flip this fight, there's no way to flip this fight. Right? It is very unlikely that you are going to win this fight down a player on the 3rd point of a control map. It's of a payload map. They're intentionally designed to be very defender favored, which means even in a 5-on-5 situation, you are not likely to take it. Much less a 4-on-5 situation where you already only have like a 25% chance of winning. The chance of you winning the second you drop down here was maybe 10%. That is a very, very poor odds. Basically, you're saying, look, 10% chance we win the game right here, assuming this was going all the way, which is not. But 10% chance we win the game, 90% chance we lose. Why would you take that gamble? Why would you be like, let's wait 20 seconds for my Genji to come back and then take the next fight? Maybe the odds only be 30-70, but that's better than 10%. This is not a good fight, especially if you're going to keep missing the Cassie like this. Even if you killed him, you're not going to win this fight. Right? Now the Ana's like, oh man, I feel really bad for not nanoing the Genji. I want to make sure my next nano isn't late. And so she nanos you. You can't do anything with this. Right? Okay, wow, you killed the Cassie. And now what? What's your plan? Now you just get kited everywhere. You don't have ultimate. You don't have Nemesis. You can't do any reliable damage. Right? Now your Ana dies. Because, like, again, you're just not dangerous enough. Now you're going to get juggled to oblivion. And that's it. Right? The game's over. Like, they're literally intentionally not killing you right now so they can kill off the rest of your team and leave you for last. Like, stuff like this, like, as a tank, is like, well, I've made all the wrong decisions. If you are full health and your team is dead, you have made very egregious mistakes. You need to be applying more pressure yourself at the right times. Instead, you're applying pressure at all the wrong times. Right? And so, from there, nothing could happen. The best thing to do was after the Genji dies, right? After the Genji dies over here, I immediately just turn around. Because my Ana never nanos me if I'm all the way back here, right? Even if we get dove, my Ana's not going to nano. I guarantee you Ana is not going to nano you all the way back here, even if Winston dives you. But if you drop here, the Ana is going to think, hey, maybe we can flip this fight. I can see that my tank is trying to go in. I feel bad about missing the previous nano, right? She sees and she looks, she's like, wait, are you going for this? Right? She's getting attacked by the Winston. She's like, oh god, I'm going to die right here. Cassie's in her face and she's like, maybe I can nano you and maybe that'll change the fight.
Get in there.
That's exactly what's going through this Ana's head right now. But you baited her into this. You have no way of winning this fight. Even with nano, you have no way of winning this fight. Even if I swap controls with you, I wouldn't have won this. It's such a low percentage plan to go down there in a situation where you only have 30 seconds left and you're down a player. This was a very, very, very poor decision. So whatever low chance you had of winning this went completely away the second you dropped. So hopefully that sort of makes sense on offense. Like, you are not being aggressive enough. You're not good about your ability usage. You're really not good with your ultimates. Like, your ultimates are basically never good. And every single time you pop them, like, you shouldn't have popped this. The goal of having an ultimate is, hey, the next fight, let's actually play this back a little bit. Let's imagine that instead of this being this, like, broken 4v5, let's imagine that right now we have all 5 people alive, okay? Winston goes. I assume he's not going to die here. Or kill anybody. I mean, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I have all my cooldowns, all my ultimates. I shield off, I drop down, I staff, right? Staff, run up to the shield, walk through the shield, keep staffing them. I take damage, I pop Nemesis, I attack them with Nemesis, right? They try to kill me, I pop Annihilation to reset my armor, and then I kill them with Annihilation. With or without Nano, that's how that would play out. And with Nano, it becomes even easier. That is your win condition, is that you then run down here with all your health and your cooldown and you kill everybody in the backline. And yeah, maybe the Winston kills your Ana, right? Maybe your Winston kills the Ana and like another, and you know, a soldier or something like that. But like, Winston can't kill everybody, not without like any abilities or anything like that, or any backup. He just can't do it. But you can kill everyone here. Like, you can kill everybody here if you have Annihilation, but you're just not finding the right moment to do it. It's a shame because, like, we don't get an opportunity to even talk about when to use Annihilation because you never have Annihilation at the right time. So, we go here. The second I see the Winston, I'm like, okay, he's going to dive us. What is my plan? Right? Well, I want to figure out what are the rest of the heroes. Okay, we have Cassidy here with Soldier. Okay, so if it's just the Winston, we can all just dogpile him when he jumps. So, he goes in right now. Vortex. Great. Now walk up to an attack. I don't know that you need to pop Nemesis, right? Again, a staff does more damage than Nemesis does. Armor makes things a little trickier, but I would still just use staff. Because I don't want to waste my Nemesis for him, because what if I need Nemesis for the next fight? See, right now, if I needed to, I could pop Nemesis, but I still don't need to. This shield is not doing anything. Another example of, like, why do you even use your shield? Right? You walk up to the corner here, and you have one Ana right now. What you gonna do? Nade you when you're at full health? Who cares? Great, yeah, nade me. You're not doing anything to stop this push happening right now. Instead, you shield off literally nobody. There is nobody here on your screen, and you've shielded off. This is what, the 4th time in the game you've done this? There is literally nobody here. You are shielding off no one. You can't be wasting your, like, second most important ability on nothing. And guess what? Winston is like, hey, let me dive on an isolated target. And she dies. What could you have done about that? Well, short answer, not much, right? Like, you can't deflect the Winston. But what you can do is you could drop down and kill the rest of the team while he's doing this. You could have prevented the team from even getting under the bridge. The Widow does not die purely to the Winston. She dies because she took almost 200 damage before the Winston even gets here. Because you are not stopping his team from applying pressure to the Widow, right? That's why the Widow dies. That headshot right there. Could you have stopped the Winston from diving? No. Could you have stopped the Cassidy from headshotting her? Absolutely. If you are standing right here in the Cassidy's face, there's no way he makes this shot. And you apply a ton of damage, and you can potentially even kill the Cassidy if no one else is paying attention. But instead, you're just sitting up here doing nothing. Does this look like good gameplay to you? Or do you sit there and be like, yeah, man, there's really nothing I could have done here. I couldn't have done anything to stop the Widow. I couldn't have done anything to stop their push. I couldn't apply any damage. I couldn't threaten anybody's life. No. Obviously, just literally fight the enemy. Like, just, that's your job. And then you're going to come over here looking for the Ana, which actually is a good play. Yeah, like maybe we can pick the Ana and trade here. This Vortex is not on target. Just vortex her, shoot her, use the car to prevent her from sleeping you. If she uses sleep dart and misses, then you pop Nemesis and you can kill her. And then you get a trade out for it. But instead, you just walk straight into her. It's the most obvious, easiest sleep dart of her life. Like, literally, you fill up her whole screen. How could she possibly miss this? Right? You're literally complete, like, her whole screen. She sleeps you, and then she's just gonna walk away. Right? Grenades you. And then you die. Does this look, if you look from the opposite team's perspective, right? Does this look like a tank who knows what he's doing? Hey, okay, we're gonna push up here, right? I haven't even seen the enemy tank. That is how little pressure you're like, oh, I don't even worry about him, right? I push over here. I see the Winston gets a kill. Excellent. Okay, I see that. Okay, well, I guess he's just gonna let me sleep him. Fight's over. You did 0 things of any value. If you were literally not in, like, if you were AFK at the start of this round, would not have made a difference. I say this often because I know that it stings, right? Like, the idea that you were literally not playing the game, it would not have changed the outcome of the fight, because that demonstrates where your current value add to the fight is. Near 0 or actually 0. But that means if you do anything, your value add will be higher, which is great. If you're already plat 2 and you make plays like this, where you do nothing in some of the fights, as long as you upgrade that from no value to some value, you're already going to win more of them than you are right now, which means you're going to climb. Nobody here in this game is particularly good. It is very easy to play much better than everyone in this game, including you. You switch Mauga now, which, like, is still fine. Like, Mauga is a very, very good hero into Winston because of how much damage he does and the fact that you can charge into the bubble. And your cage, of course, completely messes him up and messes up his primal. But what are we doing right now? As a reminder for Paraiso, all the fighting up here is over the high ground. Forget about the low ground. If you control the high ground, they can't move the cart. You can just kill everybody who's on the cart. You should already have gone up the stairs and been up here fighting for this space. And you see, your Hanzo dies. If you were up here, the Hanzo does not die, and the Winston dies. It's that simple. Do you think that you are doing something productive by shooting them down here? No. You are doing almost no damage. And meanwhile, your team is getting picked. This, literally what you're doing right now is not doing anything. So, finally you're like, wait, I should actually be over here. Great! So we engage on the Winston, and you immediately, I think, pop Cardiac here. Why did we pop Cardiac? We're full health, their team was running away from us, and we're around a corner. Why do we push buttons? If that's like one of the biggest overarching tips to walk away from this is, why do we push buttons? If we don't have a reason to be pushing the button, do not push the button. Guess what? You don't have Cardiac anymore because you wasted it. Right? You're not taking any meaningful damage. There's no way this Winston zapping, you're like, I'm going to die to this Winston zapping a tank. No, you're not in any danger. I wouldn't have popped Cardiac here, right? Now, 228 health, now I pop Cardiac. Now I pop Cardiac and I kill everybody. Because now they're ultra committed. Because like, oh yeah, let's kill the Mauga. I pop Cardiac, I'm like, no thank you, sir. I'm going to kill you, Cassidy, and I'm going to kill the supports, and the Winston says I'm going to kill him too. That's how you flip fights. By pushing buttons when you actually need them. Not right now when you're like, oh god, I'm actually super low. And now you're forced to back up and charge away. And guess what? When you charge away, you've now given up all the space, and now they can walk forwards and cream your team because you are not there, because you have made so many mistakes in 10 seconds of Mauga gameplay. Another tip of Mauga is you use the left click on squishies on anything that's not a tank. Never hold both buttons. That's a good general rule. Never hold both buttons unless you are literally in melee range. Hold left click until they are on fire, then hold right click to get crits on them, and then occasionally tap left click to keep them on fire. That is the way it works. Right here, do not use both guns. The reason being is the spread on it is massive. Like, it's literally like this. Oh god, this color is terrible for this. It's literally like this big if you use both guns. But if you use one gun, it's like this big. You can hit with this. You cannot hit with the outside circle, right? It, like, again, difference between this and this. This is not hittable. This is hittable. You can use that right circle to hit a squishy hero. You cannot use the left circle to reasonably threaten a squishy hero. I having played some Mauga, and I one-tricked him for a bit to see how like, to kind of learn him, you cannot use both guns. This is a really bad idea. use left click only right now. You have to stop reloading so much. Right? You're 290, 277, 272. 272, Wu Yang in the air, I'm lighting him up right now. Instead, you're like, I don't think I need to kill him. I'm gonna reload. What are you doing, man? Like, this goes back to literally do anything versus doing nothing. You are doing nothing right now. You are reloading an almost full gun, which already has a ton of ammo. Instead of shooting, oh my god, the Wu Yang's already down to like 150 health right now. You could have killed the Wu Yang right now with the guns, right? But now you're holding down both guns. This is obviously doing virtually no damage. All the damage is coming from the Hanzo. The Wu Yang gets all the way down to like 25 health.
Come and get me.
Right? Like, this Wu Yang is making a terrible play here. 149. Wait, 21. 21, like 19 health. You did 20 points of damage. The Wu Yang would be dead right now. I cannot emphasize just how little you are doing as tank. If you played Winston right now, even if you had never played a Winston game in your life, you would still have more value than you are right now by virtue of the fact that at least you would be forcing them to shoot you, A, and B, you would not be missing somebody because you cannot miss as Winston. I'm not saying this because Winston is a very easy hero or because you must learn Winston. I'm just emphasizing that you are extremely bad at Mauga so far. Again, your whole team is dead, and you're sitting here with full health, and like, what's the point? What am I doing to win the fight? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, Wu Yang is coming. Your aim, by the way, is a problem, and like, this is sort of an issue, but honestly, a reason why Winston would actually be better for you. This is a very easy Wu Yang to hit. They're just hopping up and down in arcs, and you are barely hitting them. You have been shooting them for how long now? Let's see how many bullets you fire this Wu Yang. So we'll wait until the Wu Yang's visible. Somebody gave me a tip. Is it C? Well, whatever. We'll find out. Okay. Wu Yang's visible right now. We're at 250 ammo. Let's figure out how many bullets we fire and how much damage we actually do. You have fired 50 bullets exactly. You have managed to do, against the hero, that for the record was not trying to dodge you and was just going forward in pretty predictable lines of movement, 36 damage with 50 bullets. You are averaging less than 1 damage per bullet. This is not good. You cannot win games as Mauga if you cannot hit the Wu Yang. If he just walks in front of you like this. This is very problematic and puts a very low ceiling on how good you will ever be at any tracking based hero. Alright, so we're gonna up here. You finally decide you're gonna fight people, but for the record, you've just lost 2. I just charge out of here. Why am I trying to fight this fight? Right? It's like, okay, you got a kill, but that kill doesn't matter. Their spawn is right there. Also, you reloaded, despite the fact that you have how much ammo now? You have 155 ammo right now, and a tank behind you that you could absolutely shred. And you're like, no, you know what? I'll just let the Winston kill more of my teammates. I'm just gonna reload right now. I'm not in trouble. Well, guess what? Your team is in crazy trouble. Oh, okay. So this is funny, because the one time you should actually using both guns, get close range against a tank, you're actually only firing the left gun for some reason. Is that true? Oh no, you're firing both guns. I don't know why I don't see the bullets coming out of the right one. All right, so we're shooting him. We're shooting him. Okay, great. This is great, but like, it's not gonna do a whole lot. I don't know why he's even doing this. It's obviously not gonna do anything. So, I leave. I've lost literally my whole team. I leave. I do not want to get staggered here. Yeah. So you are baiting your Wu Yang into staying, right? The Wu Yang wants to leave right now, and he's like, oh wait, maybe I'll wait for you. Yeah, just leave, just die, right? I think not killing the Winston here is egregious. You missed some shots there on the initial part. This is crazy to push right now. I don't think you have like any teammates here. Just you and the Brig against 5 people. What are you doing? Right? It's like, How can you win when your tank makes this decision to take a 2-on-5? And of course, and then you're like, oh wait, this is a bad idea. And then you totally bait the Brig, who should not have shield dashed in there. And now you're down another teammate. You just make bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after bad. Like, none of the fights you're taking here, I look at it as like, okay, this is a good start of the fight. Every single time I'm like, there's like almost no way that this could possibly work. I have to cage right now because if you lose the Reaper, like you're gonna die. Okay, Reaper actually doesn't have to get away. But like I'm strongly considering caging, like even just a Winston to try to win one fight right now. But you kill the Echo, it's great. So this is really confusing. Wu Yang pops it right now. Why did you go this way instead of just walking out this way? Like you went so much further now, and now they can back up. Versus if you came from the side door, you could force them towards your team, and now you don't hit anybody with it. Okay, great. Cassie's dead. You should not. Okay, yeah, let's shoot Winston. I would definitely be thinking about trying to charge and kill him here. Right? I have 2 seconds here. I walk this way. Right? Look for this, and then charge and try to get the kill. I still have cage if I need it. Right? Like in the event I get like anti or something. You don't even try to aim at the Winston when he jumps. He's right here. He's jumping. Just aim up. You're literally not even moving your crosshair. You're not even trying to aim up. Okay, so you cage. The problem is you're purple, but it's still going to work out okay. I think you definitely have some tracking problems here.
I just want to give you a big hug.
I'm going to slow this down to show you how much you're missing. Do you see how much you're missing? Right? This is a lot of missing for a point-blank, giant, like, gorilla-shaped target in front of you. I would estimate that your accuracy is 50% at best against literally the best possible circumstance that you could be in other than someone who is actually AFK. Again, this puts a very, very low ceiling on how good you could ever be at Mauga if you can't hit that. So I would have finished the reload before charging, because now you just look silly, but he's not dying here. What? 240. He has 1 health and you have full ammo. Why did you duck for cover? You're like, oh god, I better hide here. What? Just go to the right and kill him. Oh man, does he kill somebody else? Oh, thank god for killing him. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy that you did not. Yeah, your brick nearly dies for it. Oh my god. But like this level of game sense is like killing me. She barely hit that. That was it. She required a flick at the very end to make sure she got it. It's like absolutely bonkers to me that you did not just continue strafing to the right to complete the kill with the Cassie. Like I think you're like worried about the card. The card's not close to capping. Like you don't have to worry about this. Also, you reloaded at 284. I don't think Mauga is for you. Like unless you want to like force, like you have way too many problems right now. Like if I had to guess your Mauga level gameplay on like rank, I would probably say something like low to mid silver. It is much, much worse than your Rammatra, like enormously worse. So like like you said previously, like you don't want to play heroes that you're bad at, even if they're better for the situation. I would not play Mauga if I were you. I do not think you know how to play Mauga. Like at a like silver level gameplay, like I do not think you should play Mauga. And now you're slapped way out of position. You're forced to charge way back. Your goal right now should basically be to figure out where the Winston is, shred him continually, and prevent him from getting a good dive down. But like, once they have nano, what are you going to do? So, Cassidy kills one. Right, and then everyone just dies around you, which is pretty much as I expect. But like, you should never have been so far forwards. You gave up all the space here when you got slept all the way over here. Right? Like, your team is not playing to play close here. Your team is playing kind of normal, like, back. There's no reason you should be up here. Just play, like, over here, trying to figure out, right? Like, poke down the Winston, right? If you're here, like, the Winston cannot dive the brig. You just drop down and you kill him. But because you're slept all the way over there, the Winston's like, oh, cool. I don't have to worry about you. The Winston is a much better tank player than you. I want to emphasize this. He is not better than you because he's a Winston player. He is better than you because he understands, hey, where can I go? What is my job? I need to do my job. He's like, I want to jump the Winston. He understands you are sleeping here, which means you cannot stop him from jumping in. Is that a great jump? No, it's actually a pretty bad jump. But, like, he does enough here, right, to kind of flush the Brig out and apply pressure, right? When he goes over here, this is not a good jump either. But again, he's catching people that are sort of out of position, using his team to try to help, and eventually get kills. You are not doing any of those things on a very basic level. This is a very, very, very poor game of like Rammatra gameplay. Like, I understand. Like, could there be better? Absolutely. But like, at least look at it and be like, yeah, this feels like platinum. But your Mauga gameplay is like very, very, very weak. And like, maybe it's because you're like a little tilted because of the Genji, who again, very reasonable thing that happened there. I'm not justifying him yelling at all, but like, it was not nearly as bad a mistake as you made it seem. But yeah, and then you're gonna die. Okay, let me make sure I cover all your questions. I found a symbol on attack. On attack, I got the enemy DPS and support very low several times, where our team is simply not able to secure the kill. This is just patently false. Like, I did not see a single scenario where you got an enemy hero low and then were unable to kill them because they got healed or whatever. You just didn't kill heroes that tried to let you kill them. We point out time and time again, like the Echo, for example, or the Kiriko, or whomever, or the Sigma, where they're grossly out of position within range of you, offering themselves up as a sacrifice, and you were like, no, I don't want to kill you today. Please, return safely to your team. Like, it is crazy to me that you could watch this replay and think, man, I got so close to killing so many people, when instead I'm like, there's so many people you could have killed, you just didn't kill them. Not even do the mechanics, like, you just chose not to attack them, which is confusing. I really struggle when the enemy tank switch to Winston. I mean, yes, but not exactly. I think that you just don't do anything. Like, I hate to be blunt here, but like, the issue, like, they could have played Winston, they could have played Doomfist, they could have played Ball, they could have played Diva, they could have even played something like Junker Queen or something. Like, anybody who's not like trying to fight you specifically, you don't seem to know that you're very strong, and you could also go fight their backline. Like, if they can fight your backline, you can fight their backline, right? At a minimum, just race them. Fight their backline. Apply pressure. Don't just stand there as they kill your team. Like, that's probably the best thing is, like, if you're confused about what to be doing right now as the enemy team is killing your team, go kill their team. Right? Like, it seems like pretty simple, but like, if you're like, oh god, we're getting overwhelmed, go fight them. If you are alive and your team is dead and you're full health and you got your cooldowns, you have made egregious errors. Go fight them. Go find the enemy team. Go fight them. Even when I'm peeling, I barely do anything against Winston. That's correct. I mean, you're frankly not going to do very much damage against Winston. That's just not the way your heroes are assigned. That's the way his heroes are assigned. I would not expect you to do any meaningful damage to him. Don't worry about it. That's not your job. Our team simply needed some burst damage and something was dying in the enemy team. Again, not true. Just take space. Take space and your team would have won. You took no space. Basically no space. I'm baffled by the completely stupid plays on DPS on the side. I think I've already covered this. I really don't think that your DPS were any worse than usual. In fact, without them, I don't think you would have gotten any progress. I don't think you even would have capped the second point. When my team simply can't group up, how should I best help the team to win fights with a player down? Again, don't fight a player down. It's that easy, right? We like start our advance and like somebody gets picked off by a sniper or whatever. Great. Abort. Go back, wait 15 seconds, push again. All right, we're committed to our attack and someone dies, keep fighting. You're committed, right? Like there's no walking out of this. Just keep fighting until you win or lose. You lose, great. Fight again 30 seconds from now. Don't think of like pushes as do or die, right? Think of it as I have 4, 6, 8, 10 chances to win this point. I want to make every push the highest percentage chance that I can without sacrificing so much time. For example, I'd rather do a 30% success rate every 30 seconds than wait like 2 minutes and have a 50% chance push. That's not good math, right? Take as many high quality chances as you can to win fights. Should I wait for her to respawn? Should I go and take a 4v fight? Yeah, we talked about that. I know I should focus on my own play. Yes, absolutely focus on your own play. Please do not spend any time thinking about what the DPS and your team are doing. Just play your own game doing your job. Is it me that failed to create an opening for them to get kills? In general, I'd say yes. In this game in particular, I honestly don't know how to enable our DPS to do better. Again, that's not the problem. Focus on doing your job. Take space, threaten the enemy heroes. How to play against a good Winston. I mean, again, it's complicated. Like, I don't love playing Rammatra against Winston, but it also depends on what the situation is, right? If, like, his whole team is really pokey, if he's playing, like, an Ashe, Cassidy, Baptiste, Ana, yeah, I'm perfect. And Winston, I'm perfectly fine playing Ram against that. But if they're playing, like, a Mercy, Echo, Pharah, Winston, Tracer, I don't want to play Ram into that. Like, who am I supposed to be shooting? So it varies based on the composition, right? It also varies based on the map, right? If it's Circuit Royale, yeah, maybe I can make it work. If it's Watchpoint Gibraltar, probably not. I am almost assuredly going to lose that game. You have to play to your strengths. If you're a one-dimensional hero and you're like, I'm only going to one-trick Ram, for example, then yeah, you're going to have a bad time. Like, the thing is, this game is not a good example of how to play Ram against Winston because you're just not doing your job as Ram, period, no matter what the enemy hero was. Right? As I already previously mentioned, it does not seem like you understand how to play your hero on Paraiso, period, A, and B, in a situation where the enemy hero tank is not trying to also fight you. If you're like, oh, it's Sigma, if it's Ram, or if it's Reinhardt, if it's Zarya, if someone's trying to fight me, it seems like you have some idea of what to do. But when the enemy tank is bypassing you, you're like completely shut down. You're like, I don't know what to do. And the short answer is just push their team, right? It's a lot more complicated than that, but like it's heavily situational. Advice on how to play Paraiso's low mobility tanks. I've already talked about that, right? Take stairs, go to the high ground. Force them off high ground. It's that straightforward, right? Every single point has stairs that get to high ground. Just very quickly, we'll review it from the beginning. So, on offense, where am I going? On offense, option number 1 is you walk over here and go up the stair. This is usually the most dangerous option. You rarely are able to do this without getting picks already. Like, once you get a pick or two, then you can do it. But, like, just running up 5v5 is not going to work. Option 2 is you go up this way and go up this stair. It's almost impossible for them to stop you from going up that stair if you are a Brawl tank and they are not playing Brawl. If they're playing Brawl, they can stop you. If they're not playing Brawl, if they're playing Winston. Winston cannot stop a Reinhardt from going up the stair. Not a chance. Right? Like, you can just go up here wherever you want and then force them. And that's going to force all of them either to this side where they're in the open, your team kills them, or it forces them down and back, in which case that's also usually a winning scenario. For the second point, go up this ramp, which is what you saw them doing. Go here, right? Apply pressure here, take this high ground, and lots of heroes have the ability to be able to cross this gap. I do not think you can get here with just a regular jump. You need some sort of additional mobility. For example, Zarya right-click jump probably gets you the gap. Reinhardt charge definitely gets you the gap, right? Junker Queen shout, I want to say, is going to be able to get cross the gap. Yeah, I feel like Junker Queen can cross this. But obviously any hero that actually has vertical mobility easily gets up there and it's not a problem. But in the event that you really have to, if you are able to consistently take this area and you cannot take this area for some reason, you always have the option to go down, not through here, right? This area is blocked, by the way, which I always hate. I actually really wish this was open to the left. Is go down here and then bypass, go around, and then take the stair. I know it seems crazy to do that, but there are weird scenarios where that might occur, where the enemy team is really bunkered on this side of the map. You'll see, for example, like an Ashe over here, maybe a Soldier here, and you have like a Mercy Bap over here, and like maybe a Reinhardt holding like high ground over here, and you're like, actually, I don't know how to flush them. Like, we can't push them off. In that case, you're like, okay, let me just go over here, go up, and then push from this side is a legitimate possibility. I do not think there's no more stairs on this side that you can use to get up top, but some heroes, like Zarya, for example, can still do like a right-click rocket jump to get up top from there as well. You can also do it off the cart. If the cart's already here, you can use the cart to jump on top. So those are all like little tricks that you can use to get access to high ground, even without the high ground mobility. Ram in Nemesis form should also be able to cover this gap. Just go here at any speed boost. You should be able to get over here and then climb on here and fight that way as another option. Okay. So, in summary, lots of stuff for you to work on. Your Mauga play in particular is very, very weak. I think your Rammatra play is much, much better, but there's lots of things that you still could do a lot better at. And I would really emphasize, focus on your own gameplay. Do not worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about whether the DPS are doing their job or not. On average, it's all going to work out. Just try to get better. Okay, I'm going to hold there. Hopefully it's helpful.